Back with our legal panel now. Lise Wheel and Bob Bianchi is standing by. Hulk Hogan versus the website Gawker. It's such a big case that potentially, if Hulk Hogan wins the case, there's a question about whether or not Gawker will exist as a website anymore, because it could be such a big ruling. Lise, the question of privacy versus what's public and what needs to be in the public sphere and what the public has the right to know. In today's age, people like Hulk Hogan have Twitter accounts, they have Facebook. Everything that they're doing in their private life is actually public. So doesn't that, by just admission, make anything that he's doing sort of newsworthy?
I mean, it kind of does, even though I not necessarily would want to see what Hulk Hogan does in his personal life. I don't really care about that. But he's put that out there year after year. He's talked about his adultery. He's talked about his sex. He's talked about all this kind of stuff. He's put it out there. So by doing that, doesn't it kind of take away from his ability to now say, oh, in this particular instance, what Gawker put out there, I don't want to have that. And it's damaged me by all these things. But talk about damage, it's $100 million. Oh, it's damaged me. Now you're talking about, he's put it out there. He's made himself newsworthy. He's built his career on all this kind of salacious sort of stuff. Like all of these celebrities, many of them do.
Well,
Paris Hilton, all these, all these people that we follow, we being the media, we being the public follow.
Right. And so is there consequences to that, Bob, that you just have to deal with? And this, again, no matter how tawdry the whole thing is one of them.
Hey, listen, I was a public official, and you people are newsworthy people as well. Think about it this way. If this ruling stands and they're allowed to do it, that would mean that it would be newsworthy to have a camera inside of your bedroom, and without you knowing it, if there's a sex tape, then it can be published. This is the point. They've gone too far, and the courts are now going to look at this. The judges already said this can go to a jury, and I think regular folks are going to be very dismayed by the fact that sexual activity of two consenting adults in a bedroom is being videotaped.
And just to be clear, it wasn't produced, again, by Hulk Hogan. It looks like a security video. And that's why there's a question about who actually leaked it, how did Gawker get it, and all of that.
Yeah, my question would be to you, Jenna. Would that you want that to happen as a public figure?
No. And that's, I mean, that's really that's the question. You get to pick and choose once you are a public figure, and that's one of the questions that the court is looking at, Lise, because Gawker is now saying, hey, this is free speech. This is their argument that fundamentally not being able to publish anything about this is against their constitutional right that they have.
And they do, because as we started this discussion, don't forget, even if the taping was illegal, what they did as a journalist, they got it illegally. They're posting it. That is not illegal, because they didn't make the illegal taping. You see, as a journalist, you can still put that out there. They have a First Amendment right to do that. The question for the court, and we've all got it right, the question for the court really is, when does that fundamental right to the First Amendment crash so violently into the right to privacy that the right to privacy wins?
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there, but there's a lot more to say. Bob, I know you have more to say.
Fascinating case.
But we have to leave it there, and we'll follow the case. It's ongoing right now. Cross-examination is happening today. Lise, Bob, great to have you both. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.